everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought that I would do a little bit of a get ready with me, things I've been loving style video. This is just something really natural and glowy but kind of put together and beautiful as well. This is the kind of thing that I would wear on a day-to-day basis if I was going to see my boyfriend or I was going out shopping with friends or something, but I would also, you know, I feel like you can get away with it for a night out or something. I have got some lashes on as well. Feel free to not do that, he's off. Gary was being a little bit restless today. I didn't feel like it was fair to have him scrabbling around in the back of his tank when he's not obviously happy in there, so he is going to be wreaking havoc throughout this video. I hope you don't mind, he's kind of the channel mascot now. And yeah, if I was casting then I would have a little bit less than this on. If you want to see a castings makeup then do let me know, but I'm talking you through some products that I'm really obsessed with at the moment that perhaps you haven't seen on my channel before or that I don't show you often enough, and these are things that I suddenly realised like I've been using off camera all the time and that haven't put them on my channel yet. So I hope you enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up if you do and hit that subscribe button if you're not already part of the James family. I better go and deal with that now, so I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Grab a cup of tea and let's get started. Please ignore the Gary that is going on behind. First of all, today I thought, as I've been putting on quite a lot of makeup recently, I thought we'd get going with a really natural, fresh kind of makeup. I'm going to go in with my F8 foundation stick by Revolution. I love these so much, and I'm going to pop a little bit of the lighter colour in the centre of the face. This brush is the one that I'm using today. It's the Carity F26. You can get this from Beauty Bay. It is so nice. I thought we'd just do something really kind of fresh and natural and pretty today. How are we feeling about this new lighting setup? Because I have my background lit now, which I never really did before, or I tried to, but I had limited lightings. Now I've got two softbox and my ring light, and then in the summertime I will hopefully be able to just use natural light because it gets a lot brighter in here. The problem that I have is that although I have this nice big window, it's really kind of grey here in the UK, which is not doing me any favours where lighting is concerned. It just gives everything like a bit of a weird green gross tinge. Okay, so I've had to get Gary out and I've just given him a little bath because he did a poo and then he's walked through it. So we have the little munchkin. I just thought I'd show you quickly. He's quite happy. He's not been very happy in his tank lately. I'm not sure if there's something that's escaped in there that I just can't see. But I thought we'd just have a little catch up. You can see he's a little bit blackbeardy right now, but that's okay. So he's just gonna kind of warm up in a little towel so he doesn't get all cold before he's dry. So I'm just gonna have him on my lap so that he's not all agitated. Trying to run around in his tank and get him nice and toasty after his little bath. So yeah, I thought I'd do something that was a little bit more natural because I've been doing a lot of like body painting or like quite intense looks on my Instagram. If you don't follow me then please do. It's Hannah James, all one word. So I thought I'd do something a little bit more natural, kind of everyday, maybe like an everyday glam. I don't really know yet. But I'm absolutely loving these foundation sticks. I'm finding that my skin is a little bit more on the normal side, slightly drier on the cheeks and things, so lots of powders and stuff like I used to use kind of just isn't appropriate. I'm going in with the colour Light 16, and this is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Just going to take that little bit underneath the eyes to kind of brighten that up a little bit. I'm just using the Vela.Yue, I don't know what this is called, I think it's just the kind of duo fibre foundation brush. This is really good for cream products as well. If you guys haven't checked out, I just thought we'd have like a chit chat beauty session today. If you guys haven't checked out the company Vela.Yue, I'll write it here and I'll leave you some links in the description box. They are a company that I discovered on eBay and they do have an Amazon shop as well. And they make the most beautifully soft synthetic good quality brushes for really good prices. I prefer them to my MAC ones, I prefer them to my Morphe ones. I'll just show you a few of the different face brushes. So you can get them with black handles, some of them have wooden handles, but they're so, like, this one's really nice for kind of subtle powdering or like highlighting and things. So soft, they wash up really nicely. This one's more of a big powder brush. And then this one I use for cream products and foundation to really kind of buff it into skin. So good. So I thought we'd just have a bit more of a chit-chatty video and I would show you some of the products that I've really been enjoying lately. So I'm going to go in with the RCMA Original No Colour Powder. I'm kind of testing this. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's not something that I think I am raving about yet. So many people seem to adore this and I thought I would give it a go. I've been using my RMS Beauty Unpowder and I really do like that, but you have to be so careful with it. The first time I used it I thought, wow, I spent £32 on this shitty powder. And then I realised that I just used way too much and it literally takes off all of the shine and can leave you looking quite powdery if you don't know how to use it properly. I'm just very quickly going to use my Revolution Pro Brow Pomade in the colour Ash Brown, and I'm going to just do this off camera because it takes me ages and it's just quicker that way. So I have now got my brows on. If you want to know what I use, because I thought I would take you through some of my kind of favourite products. So again, I did use my Anastasia Beverly Hills 7B brush and the Revolution Pro Brow Pomade in the colour Ash Brown. And then if I'm not doing soap brows, which is something that I've been loving lately, then I do tend to brush my brows up and set them in place with the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. I absolutely love this. I had a tiny version. I didn't realise it was a tiny version because it lasted me so long. So I think this is like, I want to say like £22 or something, so it's quite expensive, but judging by the length of time that the last one lasted me, like nearly a full year, it's well worth it, and they really do stay in place. So I wanted to show you some new Nude by Nature products. Well, they're not new, but I haven't shown them to you before. I'm gonna use this as a little bit of a kind of contour, but it's bronzy. I have smushed mine. These are the highlighting stick. This is the colour 03 Bronze. And I like, you can go straight on the skin if you like. I like to take these, I'm kind of going to use this as a bit of like a flushed bronzy cheek. It does have a nice sheen to it. If you have darker skin, this is going to be a beautiful highlight. And I just like to take it over the skin in circular motions, kind of where I would do my contour. Because I'm going for a fresh, kind of bronzed up look. Oh, he's awake. He was having some nice relaxing time down there, but he's all nice and warm and dry now, so he's probably just come up to say hello, because they prefer to be higher because they're so little. Big bird. So I don't know if you can see that there's a really nice sheen to the skin. This stuff is not like sticky. It's just got a really beautiful kind of tiny thin shimmer particle that doesn't show up as glitter. It just shows up as a really beautiful sheen to the skin. So I like popping this on first, and I will take it into my kind of temples and stuff as well, because it is this nice, it says it's bronze and I guess it is a bronzy tone, but to me it's got a slight almost like a red tone, which is what you would actually get if you were in the sun and had been. Like, I know that although I have olivey undertones, and so when I tan, I tan, but I do have this kind of nice pinky undertone, because obviously your skin would be a little bit flushed from being in the sun, and that's what I really like about this highlighting stick. I mean, oh, I am in love. They do a lighter shade, but I prefer this one for me personally, and I would say this one is probably your best bet if you are a medium to deep skin tone as well. And if you wanted to just use it as a highlighter, then as you can see, it does kind of give some colour but on a darker skin tone it would be a beautiful just normal highlight. I'm going to go over this with a little bit of like bronzer and stuff anyway, so I don't mind that it's doing this as a supposed highlight. I'm going to show you my BH Studio Pro palette. You can see I don't really use these powders much. I'm not a massive fan of them, but what I do like to use is some of the lighter toned powders just for a little bit of a contour and to shape my face. So I'm going to take that on a duo fibre and just kind of pop this over the top. So I have also, I'm going to move on to the eyes now. I have actually been using a bit of the P.Louise base, which I do really like, but I honestly prefer the MAC paint pots or something similar that have a bit of colour or sheen. This is quite a matte one. If you're using really bright colours and stuff, this works really well. I can see why people really like it, but for me on an everyday basis, if I'm going in with something that's quite sheeny, quite fresh, that kind of a thing, then something like Rubenesque by MAC or one of the Maybelline ones with a bit of shimmer or something all over the lid just provides a really nice base. So the palette I'm going to use today is the Viseart, I think, is the Petit Pro palette. Yesterday I stepped on the mirror, but it's okay. What you've got in here are 4 different shades. They have, this is number 3, I believe they have 4 or 5 of these travel palettes. I've never tried these shadows before. I had heard really good things about them, so I just thought that I would pick up something because they're quite expensive. I think these were £24, but because I travel all the time, you get 8 colours in here. You can actually pop these out if you have some of the other palettes and mix and match, but which I might do in the end, but I really kind of like how these are set up. I really want to get the Soleil one. It has like a bright yellow in it and all that kind of stuff. It's like more of a serious pop of colour. But I've used this a couple of times. It's really pretty, and so because this is a fairly new release, I thought I'd use it for you today because it is a warm tone, but these colours are fairly neutral, and this is definitely something that I could use on a everyday basis. So I think I'm going to go in with this colour here, and then I will deepen it up a little bit with this. While I'm here, I will just tell you about a couple of other things that I've been loving lately that is not makeup related. So I watched Ricky Gervais' new series, and it's called Afterlife. I believe there's only 6 episodes because I finished it and there aren't any more, which is quite disappointing to me. But it was really good. If you like his kind of comedy, which is, I feel like it's quite a British sense of humour, but quite sarcastic, generally speaking, it's that kind of humour. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was kind of emotional and really well thought out, brilliantly written. If you're not sure what it's about, I'll give you a little bit without sort of giving it away. But he plays a really depressed kind of local newspaper journalist that has just lost his wife to breast cancer, and it's a really funny, here we go, but touching and slightly emotional at points, short series. I think the episodes are only about 25 minutes long or something like that, and it was just a really well thought out, well balanced. Are you well balanced? Because I'm feeling like you're a bit batshit right now. Series that I think if you enjoy his kind of comedy that you might enjoy. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I think, what colour shall we go in with? I think I'm going to go in with this really bright colour actually and just pop that all over the lid, but I think what I'm going to do is actually use my finger to do that. I just think that will be easier. Some of these colours just work oh, that's so pretty. Because we're going fresh and glowy today. This is the kind of look that I honestly do wear on an everyday basis, just because it's really easy. If I wasn't talking you through it, it would take me 10 minutes. Really nice. I'm going to just take a little bit more of that slightly deeper shade that we applied before we popped that on, and this is just going to kind of knock off some of that shimmer that landed in the crease because I used my finger. I'm warning you, I'm just getting a little bit of fallout here, which I don't mind personally. I think most shadows have a little bit of fallout. I'm going to take that slightly darker colour and put it on the lower lash line as well. Maybe if you are worried about getting sort of shimmery bits and pieces on your face, it might be worth thinking about just doing the eyes first. That kind of stuff doesn't really bother me, to be honest. And also on an everyday basis, I'm really not going to be worrying about stuff like that. I think this palette might be one of my new favourites. I've seen some mixed reviews on some of the other colourways, but this one, the shimmers are really shimmery. As I said, a little bit of fallout, but that's nothing sort of to be worrying about, I don't think. I've got a good range of colours you could do these for as a really dark smoky. You could do these for as a really light smoky. I mean, I've used just 3 colours here and it looks really... I mean, he's just a distraction, basically, isn't he? These, super tiny, £24, quite expensive. I would say absolutely worth it. They do them in a few different colourways. Definitely check them out. Try not to step in them and break a mirror because that's not ideal, is it, big boy? Okay, he's going to have playtime behind me. Don't shit on my bed. Hi. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just line my eyes with this is the Maybelline Master Precise. I'm just trying to use this up. I really do like it. It's got a really nice fine point on one end, so if you struggle getting your wing, then this might be a product to consider. It's really black, it doesn't go anywhere. I really enjoy it. But what I would normally use, just because I prefer it, is the Soap and Glory Super Cat liner. They do a big version and they now do a skinny one too. He is wrecking the place. Right, what I now tend to do is just wet the tip of something with a much finer point on it, and then I just like ever so slightly drag the edges to give me that really kind of sharp point at the end. Carrie! Those lights are really warm, so I really don't want him to burn himself. Hold on 1 second. You are the worst. Like, I love him so much, it's not even funny, but... When you're trying to film, can you just be quiet just for a little bit? Thank you. Okay, love you, bye. Thanks. I'm gonna stay up there, just stay up there. Thank you. Oh my god, it's like having a toddler. I'm just gonna pop some lashes on. These are ones that I was gonna chuck out, but they've probably got one wear left on them. I don't know what they are. They're kind of like fluffy, slightly longer at the edges. He is back with me. I've got my lashes back on. What we're going to do is take a little bit of the Lipstick Queen Lip Restorative Balm. Lip Restore Balm. I really like this. It's so comfortable, but it gives a nice kind of like gloss to the lips. If you are much more professional than me, then you would obviously try and make sure that the foundation is off your lips first, which I haven't done. I see a lot of people doing foundation over their lips before they put their colour on, which I kind of get because then you get the true colour, but you also do get a bit of that like milky foundation base, and I really don't like that. I think it looks ugh on me. I'm going to take the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner in Non-Stop Nude and just go around the edges. I'm not overlining my lips, I'm literally going on the line. Kind of just rubbed my lips together and that would be the colour that we have. Then we have this other Nude by Nature. These are cruelty free and vegan, by the way, which is why I'm showing them to you, because I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious of that. Most things now are like, brands are getting much more aware that this is what people want now, which is really good. But obviously do your research. This is the Cashmere Press Blush, and this is one of my all-time favourite blushes, and this is in the colour Desert Rose. I think that this is a beautiful colour for most skin tones. It's a really beautiful, warm, terracotta-y rose colour. I'm just gonna, you can see, this is the brush that I've been using. This is the Real Techniques I think it's a powder brush. Oh no, it is the blush brush. And I'm just gonna, that's literally all you need. Tap it off. I've been taking my blush through the temples as well. Don't ask me why. I just think it looks really nice and gives you this beautiful warm glow. This stuff is hella pigmented though, so just be careful of that. I've been taking my blush like really high, so it kind of melts in with my highlight and all that kind of stuff. A bit on the nose. We're trying to get this, you know, I've been in the sun look today. And this, my friends, is your finished look. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've picked up some new maybe suggestions for products and things. I honestly cannot stop raving about these enough. It's really decent coverage. They're fast-based foundation stick, like that kind of figures, but they're really quick. They're beautiful on all sorts of different skins. If you have a really moisturising base on, you can really buff them out into almost nothing. Come in all sorts of different colours, from really, really pale right down to really deep dark, in a range of tones. You've got olivey tones, red tones, so that you don't get that kind of ashiness with some of the darker tones. Really, really beautiful. Cannot rave enough about the Lipstick Queen Restorative Balm. I'm obsessed with this. I've been using it every night. It's a twist up. I love it. You can use it instead of gloss. It looks like you've got lip gloss on. It's amazing. These highlighting sticks, I'll just show you the other one. So this one, the one that I use today, is the bronze colour. As you can see, just beautiful, sheeny loveliness. I'm a real big fan of cream products at the moment. You get quite a lot in there. You can get this from Debenhams. They have a website as well, cruelty-free and vegan. I'll just show you the other one. They do one in champagne. So this is number 3. So I think there is a gold one as well. I don't know what I've done with mine because I did have it. They also do a really beautiful champagne colour. Again, tops of cheekbones. Oh my god. In fact, shall we just pop a little bit on? I am deceased, as Jeffree Star would say. These Viseart palettes, I haven't tried any of the other colours. They do more neutral colours, but these are quite neutral tones with a few kind of pops that would be really suitable for most people. Mattes are really beautiful and blend really nicely. Shimmers really beautiful, blend really nicely. Just do be aware that you might get some like sparkle fall out a little bit. But they do several different versions of this. So if you're not into warm tones, they do a cooler one. They do a really, thank you, a cute little, okay fine, pop of colour one. That's the Soleil one. I think it's in the yellow packaging. They do a couple of, as I said, more neutrally tones. Don't break the mirror, don't step on it, not ideal, but so good for travelling. This is my new current favourite palette. It is £24, which is a little bit expensive if you are alarmed by the size of this, but how often do you actually use a full eyeshadow up? Do you know what I mean? Something else I have to mention, I'm obsessed. This blush is such a beautiful matte. I feel like it's more of a satin finish though, because it's not, it doesn't look really powdery or anything on the skin. It's just, I mean, oh, I am in love. Like, Nude by Nature is a, ooh, blending. Nude by Nature is one of those brands that I don't see many people talk about. I love their face products, so their highlighting creams, their foundation was really nice. Really enjoy their blushes. I'm obsessed. So yeah, really recommend this as well. Got my new favourite nude on the lips. This is really cheap. I think it's like £6 or £7 or something. Get it from Beauty Bay here in the UK because we really struggle to find LA Girl. Non-stop nude, one of my favourites. Been using it a lot on my Instagram and stuff lately. If you see me wearing a nude lipstick lately, it's probably this, and I probably got the Revlon lip gloss over the top, but I lent it to my mum today. In the colour Nude Luster as well. So I think those are my top picks. I think if I had to pick one thing, highlighting sticks by Nude by Nature, definitely go and check them out. I really hope that you've enjoyed this kind of everyday glam. from me. This is the kind of thing that I wear when I'm not on camera. If I wasn't casting, then I would have something like this on. If I was casting, I'd have a little bit less on, but there you go. Something nice, glowy, natural, and really pretty for you guys today. And definitely go and check out that series Afterlife if you haven't already. There are some adult themes in it, so if you are like, you know, if you're in your early teens, maybe check with your parents first. There's, you know, quite a lot of swearing and stuff in it, but it is really funny and really well kind of put together, like emotional, a bit one of those like comedy kind of dark drama type things. Really enjoyed it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one, and yeah, have a lovely day wherever you are. Give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying lots of posting from me, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I'm not on here, then I'm always on there. Okay, love you lots. Bye.